Ford engines are the backbone of American power, the heartbeat behind decades of trucks, Mustangs, and workhorses that built a legend. But not every Ford engine lives up to that reputation. One owner faced a $9,000 rebuild, while another fixed theirs for just 10% of the truck's value. Which engine was it? Stay tuned, we're breaking down the 3 worst and 4 best Ford engines ever built, and number 1 will change how you see Ford forever. Number 3. 1.0-liter EcoBoost i3. At number 3, we have Ford's 1.0-liter EcoBoost 3-cylinder engine, a bold idea that tried to combine modern efficiency with small engine performance. When it first hit the market, it sounded like the future, a tiny turbocharged motor that could deliver the punch of a bigger engine while sipping fuel. It was installed in models like the Fiesta, Focus, and EcoSport, small practical cars for daily driving. On paper, it was a winner. In reality, it turned out to be one of Ford's most problematic modern engines. At the heart of the issue was its wet timing belt design. Instead of being dry and separate from the oil system, the timing belt ran inside the engine oil. Over time, that belt would deteriorate, shedding rubber particles into the oil. Those particles clogged oil passages and starved critical components, including the turbo and bearings. What followed was predictable: loss of oil pressure, engine wear, and in many cases, complete engine failure. Owners also complained about coolant leaks from plastic housings and early turbocharger failures. Many reported rough idling, power loss, or overheating even with low mileage. For drivers who thought they were buying a maintenance-free, fuel-efficient Ford, it was a harsh wake-up call. Dealerships were flooded with repair claims, and Ford issued multiple service bulletins, but the design itself never fully recovered its reputation. Now, it's important to say that not every 1.0 EcoBoost fails. Some owners with meticulous maintenance routines, frequent oil changes using the exact factory oil spec, have gotten decent life out of them. However, the margin for error is tiny. Skip one oil change or use the wrong fluid, and the damage begins. The 1.0-liter EcoBoost shows that even smart engineering can stumble when practicality is overlooked. It's a reminder that chasing fuel economy can sometimes cost more than it saves. If you find one used, walk away unless there's a complete, verifiable service record. Otherwise, that efficient little engine could become an expensive mistake. Number 2. 5.4-liter Triton V8. Next up is the 5.4-liter Triton V8, an engine that gave Ford trucks serious muscle but also gave owners serious migraines. This engine powered millions of vehicles in the early 2000s, including the F-150, Expedition, and E-Series vans. It had the right ingredients for success: solid torque, smooth performance, and a long Ford heritage. However, beneath that reliability image lurked a list of problems that still haunt Ford forums to this day. The biggest issue? Spark plugs. On early 5.4s, they had a nasty habit of either blowing out of the cylinder head or getting stuck during removal. Both situations were bad news. When they blew out, they stripped the threads, requiring expensive head repairs. When they got stuck, they snapped during replacement, leaving mechanics cursing and owners paying for labor-intensive fixes. That single design flaw turned a simple tune-up into a nightmare. But that wasn't all. The 5.4 also suffered from timing chain tensioner wear, oil leaks, and the dreaded cam phaser rattle, that unmistakable ticking noise you'd hear during a cold start. Many owners would say, "Once you hear that rattle, your wallet starts crying." The variable valve timing system was clever, but the parts didn't always hold up, especially when oil changes were skipped or cheap filters were used. To be fair, when maintained perfectly, the 5.4 could run strong for years. It delivered decent performance and hauled heavy loads without complaint, but too often the complexity outweighed the payoff. It simply wasn't built for the average owner who expected set-it-and-forget-it reliability. Repairs became so common that some shops specialized in nothing but Triton engine fixes. In the end, the 5.4 Triton represents Ford's growing pains, a mix of innovation and over-engineering. It worked great in theory, but in practice, it broke trust with too many loyal truck owners. Number 1. 6.0-liter Powerstroke Diesel V8. Ford's 6.0-liter Powerstroke Diesel V8 was meant to be a powerhouse, a diesel built for hard work, heavy towing, and that signature Ford torque. It arrived in the early 2000s with big promises. On paper, it had everything a truck lover could ask for: modern power delivery, solid pulling strength, and a badge that said "Built Tough." But in reality, this engine quickly turned into one of Ford's most infamous missteps. The 6.0 Powerstroke was developed in partnership with Navistar, and that's where the trouble started. It was packed with new technology meant to meet tighter emission standards, but those same systems caused endless headaches. The EGR cooler clogged, the oil cooler failed, and once that happened, coolant and oil would mix, a death sentence for any diesel. Head gaskets blew, turbos failed, and many trucks ended up in the shop far sooner than expected. Owners often describe the 6.0 as a love-hate relationship. When it ran well, it pulled like a freight train. But once problems started, repair bills piled up fast. Towing trips turned into tow truck rides. The phrase bulletproofing became famous because so many owners had to rebuild and upgrade the engine just to make it dependable. That meant installing stronger head studs, new oil coolers, and a aftermarket EGR solutions, all in the name of reliability that should have been there from day one. Despite the frustration, some loyal owners still defend it, saying the 6.0 can last if you know its weak points and stay ahead of maintenance. And yes, once it's bulletproofed, it's capable of running hundreds of thousands of miles. But the truth is simple. Few engines have cost Ford owners more in repairs and downtime than this one. So, if you're looking at a used Super Duty from that era, here's the rule. Only buy it if it's already been fully rebuilt and documented. Otherwise, keep walking. But it's not all bad news. For every Ford engine that gave owners nightmares, there's another that reminded everyone why this brand built its name on strength and endurance. So now let's shift gears from the failures to the fan favorites and talk about the 4 best Ford engines you can actually trust with your hard-earned miles. The 4 best Ford engines. Number 4. 3.5-liter EcoBoost V6 2015 Plus. Now let's talk about the 3.5-liter EcoBoost V6, the engine that finally balanced power and efficiency in a way few thought possible. Ford first introduced the EcoBoost concept to blend V8 muscle with smaller engine fuel savings. But the early versions of this V6 had some growing pains. Owners of the 2011 to 2014 models complained about timing chain stretch, condensation issues, and carbon buildup. But in 2015, Ford went back to the drawing board and redesigned it, creating a refined, stronger version that lived up to the promise. The updated 3.5-liter EcoBoost featured dual direct and port fuel injection, solving the carbon buildup issue that plagued earlier models. Ford also reworked the timing system, improved the cooling, and upgraded the turbochargers for smoother power delivery. The result was an engine that produced V8-level torque while sipping fuel like a V6. It made driving trucks like the F-150 more exciting, efficient, and reliable all at once. Owners love how this engine feels on the road. It's quiet when cruising, but when you press the pedal, the turbos spool up fast and deliver instant torque. For towing, it's a dream, steady power up hills and effortless acceleration when passing slower traffic. Drivers say it feels stronger than older 5.0 V8s while still saving fuel, especially on long highway trips. It's not unusual for well-maintained EcoBoosts to run well past 200,000 miles with minimal issues. Mechanics also give credit where it's due. The 2015 Plus EcoBoosts are far easier to service than earlier ones, and most common problems have been engineered out. Ford proved that technology doesn't have to mean fragility. This V6 became the heart of modern F-150s, Expeditions, and even the Raptor, showing that downsizing doesn't mean compromising on toughness. Today, the 3.5-liter EcoBoost stands as one of Ford's most balanced engines ever made. It delivers the punch of a big motor, the efficiency of a smaller one, and the long-term dependability owners deserve. It's not just an engine, it's a statement that innovation can be reliable when done right. Number 3. 6.7-liter Powerstroke Diesel V8. The 6.7-liter Powerstroke Diesel V8 is the engine that brought Ford back to glory in the diesel world. After the troubles of the 6.0-liter and the shaky start with the 6.4-liter, Ford knew it had to build something that would restore trust. In 2011, the company took full control and designed its next diesel engine completely in-house for the first time. The result was a masterpiece, strong, refined, and far more reliable than anything that came before it. From the start, the 6.7 was different. Ford engineers gave it a compacted graphite iron block, aluminum heads, and a unique reverse flow design. This meant the exhaust ran through the valley of the engine instead of outside it, helping reduce turbo lag and improve efficiency. The single sequential turbo setup produced big torque at low RPMs, making it perfect for towing and heavy hauling. Whether it was a Super Duty pulling a trailer across the Rockies or a fleet truck running cross-country, this engine delivered power with confidence. Owners and mechanics quickly noticed how smooth and quiet it was compared to older diesels. It didn't rattle or smoke the way past generations did. And while no engine is perfect, The 6.7 earned a reputation for lasting hundreds of thousands of miles when properly maintained. Fleet operators, farmers, and everyday truck enthusiasts started calling it the diesel that finally got it right. Of course, regular maintenance is key. These engines thrive on clean oil, quality fuel filters, and proper cooling system care. When neglected, issues like turbo wear or EGR buildup can appear, but those cases are rare compared to the disasters of the 6.0 era. The 6.7 proved that Ford could learn from its mistakes and come back stronger than ever. Even today, newer versions of this Powerstroke continue to improve, pushing more horsepower and torque while meeting stricter emission standards. It's the perfect mix of muscle and modern engineering, the diesel that rebuilt Ford's reputation and earned respect across the industry. Number 2. 5.0-liter Coyote V8. If the Godzilla is Ford's workhorse, the 5.0-liter Coyote V8 is its beating heart. This engine is the soul of the modern Mustang and the strength behind countless F-150s. When Ford first introduced the Coyote in 2011, it struck a perfect balance, modern technology mixed with the raw personality of classic American muscle. And more than a decade later, it's still one of the most respected and reliable engines in Ford's lineup. The Coyote was designed to rev high, breathe deep, and take abuse without breaking a sweat. With its dual overhead cams, variable valve timing, and forged crankshaft, it delivers smooth power across the entire rev range. It's a joy to drive, whether you're shifting through gears on a back road or cruising on the highway with a trailer behind you. It's the rare engine that makes both Mustang owners and truck owners happy. But what really sets the Coyote apart is how tough it is. Owners have pushed these engines well past 200,000 miles with basic care. Others have added superchargers or turbo kits, and the Coyote just keeps taking it. Its strong oiling system and balanced internals mean it can handle serious power without losing reliability. Mechanics call it one of the most forgiving modern performance engines ever built. The sound, though, that's where the Coyote wins hearts. Fire one up, and you'll understand why enthusiasts call it the sound of freedom. It's got that deep growl at idle and a crisp roar at high RPM that no turbocharged engine can match. It reminds people why they fell in love with driving in the first place. For F-150 owners, the 5.0 is also a smart choice. It offers V8 durability with modern fuel efficiency. And unlike some turbocharged options, it doesn't depend on complicated systems that wear out fast. It's easy to maintain, parts are widely available, and it delivers dependable performance year after year. In the end, the Coyote represents everything Ford fans love: performance you can trust, strength you can feel, and a soundtrack that stirs your soul every time you hit the key. Number 1. 7.3-liter Godzilla V8. The 7.3-liter Godzilla V8 is living proof that sometimes the simplest ideas are still the best ones. In a world filled with turbos, complex timing systems, and high-strung technology, Ford went old school, and it worked. This engine was built for the Super Duty lineup starting in 2020, and from day one it earned respect for its straightforward toughness. It doesn't try to be fancy. Instead, it focuses on what really matters: strength, reliability, and ease of repair. Unlike most modern engines that rely on overhead cams, the 7.3-liter Godzilla uses a pushrod design, the same basic setup that powered old Ford trucks and muscle cars decades ago. This layout makes it simpler to maintain and easier to work on. Ford engineers knew heavy-duty truck owners wanted something they could depend on, something that could haul, tow, and keep working for years without drama. And that's exactly what they built. Owners praise it for its cast-iron block, durable internals, and smooth power delivery. It makes over 400 horsepower and nearly 500 pound-feet of torque, all with the kind of consistency you expect from a big displacement V8. More importantly, it's built to last. Fleet operators and commercial users love it because it's not overloaded with fragile electronics or complicated turbo systems. Change the oil, keep up with maintenance, and it'll run like new for hundreds of thousands of miles. Mechanics also appreciate how accessible it is. The spark plugs, sensors, and oil filter are easy to reach, which cuts labor time. For DIY owners, that means less money spent at the shop and more confidence doing work at home. And when an engine delivers both power and practicality in today's market, that's something special. The 7.3-liter Godzilla proves that simplicity can still be powerful. It's the kind of engine you can trust, whether you're hauling a trailer across the country or running your business fleet every day. It's not just another motor. It's a reminder of how Ford earned its reputation for building trucks that refuse to quit. The engines in the best list earned their reputation because they've proven they can stay mechanically stable under load, tolerate high mileage, and maintain performance without requiring constant major repairs. Now, I want to hear from you. Which Ford engine have you owned, and how did it hold up over time? Your experience adds value to everyone watching, so share it below. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe, like, and share this with a friend. This is Vroom Diagnosis. Thanks for watching and drive smart.